Welcome back to my channel. Be fearless, be shameless, and create your own environment. I'm Carol Isaac. I'm excited to be in this space. And today I have a guest and a friend of mine. She's a counselor. She's currently doing masters. And one of the days she's also going to come back and tell us how it has been going back to school as a mother and as a wife. We are so excited to have you, Anne. Thank you so much for having time to be here. And I'm sure that the subscribers are going to be excited of the things that you're going to do today. We are so happy to have you. Welcome. Thank you
so
for having
much.
time.
Good. So thank you so much. Today we are talking about how we can be able to live beyond our limitations. And I believe Fearless Carol has a big story that we are going to be sharing today. My prayer is that anyone listening to the story out there and anyone that it will reach to, that it doesn't matter what is that is limiting you, you can be able to reach a position where you can be able to rise beyond the limitation.
True.
And be able to reach a point where you can be able to live life without allowing the many limitations in life controlling your life. And I keep saying that our past is only supposed to be part of the lessons that we get in life.
Sure.
And no, the moment we carry our past into the present, we stagnate. But when we learn from the lessons of the past, what happens is that definitely our lives gets into a different page. So today we will be talking to Carol, and we will be sharing her journey, which has not been very sweet. But I also believe it is the journey that has brought her to this place. So I'm a believer of regardless of how challenging our lives are, we can still be able to turn around and become powerful and great.
True.
So welcome, Carol. We will start maybe by telling us a little bit about your childhood and first of all, who is Carol?
Thank you so much. I'll begin by I was born in Pumwani. Kwa hivyo naweza sema mimi ni mzaliwa wa Tao to an extent. And by that time my mother was living in Muthurwa, where there is Muthurwa bus station, bus terminus. There were some residential homes. That's where she used to live. And she told me that when I was 1 month old, she moved to Kawangware. So we lived in Kawangware from that time until when I was around 18. That's when we moved to a different place. But before now, we moved. At the age of 5, I was taken to a country where I lived with my grandparents, and I was fourth born. In fact, I'm a fourth born in a family of 5. So by the time I was being taken up country, I was the last born. And okay, by that time, I can't remember really vividly what really happened, but as I grew up, maybe to a certain age, that's when I was able to understand, and that my grandparents used to brew alcohol, the changa, we call it, maybe if people from the Western, they know it's called busa, because I was raised in Rift Valley, in Trans Nzoia district. Now it's Trans Nzoia County. By then it was Trans Nzoia district, and in a sub-location called Kaplamai.
I would want to just take you a little bit back. Just tell me, 5-year-old, you've been taken to the village, you've been separated from your mom, and of course from your siblings. How was it like? Can you remember how it went? Or maybe a few memories that you have for that time?
I can't really remember, because when I was taken up country, of course my other siblings were there. So at least I was able to connect immediately. The only person was not around, it's only my mom. Because now when I was taken there, after some few months, I was taken to school. Because by that time, we never used to have a baby class. So I was taken to nursery school at age 6. So I never had that. I can't really remember whether there was that thing of feeling I'm missing my mother. But definitely after some time, by the time you're able to grow up and you're like, how comes I don't live with my mother and father, but other children they do. Yeah. And at some point, that part where my grandparents used to the busam, I was like, it was somehow troubling, because most of the time, you know, the drunkards, they would come, they're at home, others would come, they're like, maybe they've started fighting in front of you. So me and my older sister sometimes would go. In fact, our home was next to River Nzoia. So we would go there. Maybe we were playing. We'd go and stay there. And then there are some other people who are also brewing their alcohol along the rivers. In fact, what we see in the news, it's something that I have lived by for quite some times. But by the time I was around 8, that's when they stopped. And then we moved from where we were staying to another place. And maybe a flashback. We used to live in a hut. Today I look at it and it sounds fascinating when I see how those houses are. In fact, it used to be one big round one, and then it's like inside you would have beds, and then in the center we have the fireplace. I never used to know about a sitting room, a bedroom, I thought that was normal life to me, because that is what I was introduced to, and I don't have a clear picture of how it was in Nairobi during those early years. But when now we moved at around age 8, that's when that thing started to affect me, because my grandparents still used to drink. So they would drink and then they are violent, they start abusing one another. And now me and my older sister, we would start crying. And you see, now all this time my mom is in Nairobi. She used to work in a market, and then she would send money via posta. Remember that time there was no M-Pesa, but used to have posta. And she would take
just the other day. Just take you back just a little bit. Tell me, because it is said that children who are brought up in an environment where people are drinking, that they will also become addicts, or they start drinking early.